Hey guys, thanks again for watching one of my videos. With the income tax season fastly approaching, and a lot of you guys are about to receive a refund, I wanted to make this video about the income tax refund return, 7 smart things you should do, and how to start a small business. Right after this video, I will be making another video that will be titled 5 Things You Should Not Do with Your Tax Refund. So don't forget to watch that one as well. So what are the 7 smart things that you should do with your income tax refund return? One of them is increase your emergency fund. The second one is pay off high interest debt. The third one is spend it on something you need. And then start a savings account. Of course, donate to a worthy charitable cause. If you need to, make home improvements. And then, of course, last but not least, how you can start a small business without taking out a business loan. Let's get started. The first one we're going to talk about is emergency funds. Guys, this is a big one. Everyone should have an emergency fund. If you do not have an emergency fund, you're just one major expense away from a financial disaster. A tire or tires, a car repair, something you didn't expect comes up and you don't have the funds. You either have to charge it, borrow it, or whatever means necessary to come up with those funds. You don't want to go there. So I recommend a minimum of $1,000 in a savings account or somewhere you can access it pretty much anytime you need it. Number 2, all the financial experts will tell you guys that you need to be working towards saving 6 to 9 months of your total expenses, which includes mortgage, cars, food, clothes, whatever you need to live from day to day. After you have achieved at least that $1,000 minimum for your emergency funds, number 3, I recommend separate accounts. That's what has worked for me and my wife. For instance, you should have an account for car repairs, home improvement, clothing, anything you don't need to use for day to day. And I'll just give you a hint here, guys. Anytime you got everything in one account, it's easy to mismanage it. Also, when everything's in one account, it makes it look like you got more money than you really have if an unexpected expense occurs. If all you have to donate to those different accounts is $10, $20, $30, start there, guys. It will be worth it in the long run. For instance, an unexpected car repair can cost the average person $200 to $300 if it's tires, alternator, or carburetor, whatever it might be. You don't want that to come out of the funds that you're planning on living on till your next paycheck. So start contributing to those separate accounts as soon as possible. Number 4, checking account. As you can see on the screen, only one writing checks or I have a separate account. Again, we ran into this early in our marriage and we both were writing checks on the same account. Not a good idea. Also, I would limit writing checks. We'll talk about that later. Number 5, who is better with budgeting? Plain and simple, whoever's better at controlling their spending and don't go out on whims and just overspend and don't have a spending plan or a budget, then that person should be the one that handles the family budget. Number 2, pay off high interest debt. A lot of us think that we don't have enough money coming in and that we need more money. But actually the problem is your spending habits and the money that's going out is where the problem truly is. Statistics show that 71% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, and there's a large percentage of those that are earning six-figure incomes. Guys, the answer is control your spending. Here are just a few of those high-interest debts that you should consider paying off with your income tax refund. High-interest credit cards, payday loans. I recently saw a statistic on the internet that if you have a credit card with a $3,000 limit and you charge to that limit and all you do is make the minimum payment of, let's say, $60, it would take on average 16 years to pay that credit card off. So let's just do the math on one of these high interest debts, like this $3,000 credit card. If you only pay $60 a month for 12 months, that's $720 a year. And then you multiply 720 by 16 years equals $11,520. As you can see, guys, that is ridiculous. You're paying almost 4 times for just using $3,000. You can definitely use that money in a lot better ways, which we'll discuss here soon. Number 3, spend it on something you need. And if you look at the bottom of this image, I emphasize needs, not wants. The next iPhone X or 10 is not a need if your phone is working and there's nothing wrong with it. Some of the things I would recommend is car repairs. You might need new tires. Something's wrong with the car mechanically that needs to be repaired. Clothes for work. Home repairs. Something is not working, a receptacle, a ceiling fan, air conditioning, furnace. Also bills that are late or overdue. And then family needs. Again, guys, this is not money where you go and waste it. You want to spend it wisely. Number 5, this is the perfect time to start a savings account. For all of those times you've always wanted to, but didn't feel like you had the extra money to do that, you can use this income tax refund to do just that. Guys, a saving account will save you in so many ways from getting into other debt, high interest debt, taking out loans or using credit cards that you really cannot afford to. And when you need to, when there's an emergency or a need for your family, you can always dip into the savings account and then put it back when you can. Number 5, donate to a worthy cause or charity. As you can see here, I just placed a couple of quotes that I like, for it is in giving that we receive. It is better to give than receive. And then, being a Christian, Luke 6:38. And those of you that know that, you know what I'm talking about. Those of you that don't, this is a good time to look that up. But I do want to emphasize worthy cause. I believe that you shouldn't just give to anyone. Some people are going to use it the wrong way, even some churches. And I also believe that you should give where you're fed. If you're not fed at the local church, you should be giving where you're fed. I listen to a minister online. I do give locally. Bottom line, let the Spirit lead you in where you should be giving. Number 6, this is a good time to make some home improvements. Maybe redesign the kitchen. You might need some home repairs, roofing, painting inside, redecorating, new furniture. A home is definitely something you want to invest in because it is an appreciating product versus a depreciating like a cell phone or a car. So again, you've already prioritized some high interest debts and you pay those off, credit cards, loan consolidation, then I would recommend, if needed, making some home improvements. And number 7, which is my favorite how to start a small business with your income tax refund. Guys, I know there are a lot of you out there that hate your job. You hate getting up. You hate the 9 to 5. You hate the rat race. Some of you are in cities that you really don't want to be in because the job, and you followed the job to that city and relocated your family. I believe that everyone and anyone can start a business, be it a small business and you grow it into a large business. It does not matter. All of us have gifts and talents. Some have one and some of us have many. But there is something you're doing for an employer or something God has given you as a gift or a passion that you can start a small business with. The common questions and comments I hear on a regular basis is, how do I start a small business? What business should I start? And I don't have the money to start a small business. Well, I can tell you that is absolutely not true. Here are some of the steps you need to take so you can start that successful small business. First, you need to have a plan. Without a plan, you will fail. But the plan can be simple. Find a small business that fits you. Everybody's business won't fit you. What kind of person are you? Do you like to get up early? Do you like flexible hours? Do you want to get paid daily? Do you like working from home? Are you a person that likes to get up later in the day and then start your business? You need to decide that. I would highly recommend a low startup business. That is crucial. The lower your overhead, the quicker and more successful your business is going to be. For those of you who watch my other videos, you know I started with a $9 toolbox and a 1994 Ford F-150. A prime example of what not to do when you're starting a business. I know of an electrician in my area that worked for an electrical company for about 20 years or more and then decided to start his own business. Well, he jumped out there and he purchased a van. He put a lot of expensive tools and equipment in the van, and his overhead from day one is $2,200 before he makes $1 in profit. That's not how you want to start a business. I would also suggest that you start a home-based business. If you can't start it from home and you actually do need a shop or a different business location, then I would suggest that you start it online. Build your clientele until you can relocate that business at a shop or you have to rent a building. Number 5, don't take out a loan. Guys, that is definitely the wrong way to start a business. Again, the whole point is to keep your overhead low at first. Then you will see a quicker and a profit a lot sooner than if you've already got bills that you have to pay before you make your first dollar. Number 6, plan your finances. Here's where, again, that income tax refund could be a big help. Your savings, money that you make in overtime. Start small. That is also crucial. Choose a mentor. Guys, anytime you start a business, you're not going to know everything. That's impossible. You can minimize your mistakes by following or getting guidance from someone that is successful. And in a few minutes, I'm going to recommend a few businesses that you can start that are also successful from day one. Number 8, don't quit your job yet. I don't care what anyone says. Your job right now is your means for providing for you and your family financially. This is not the time to quit your job because you think you have a great business idea. You're going to need that job. You're going to need that financial stability to continue supporting you and your family at this time. Number 9, what type of business should you start? And what type of business has a high success rate from the start? That would be providing a service or a need. The great thing about a service type business or a business that provides a need is that it's usually a low startup. It has a very high success rate. You can usually start it as a home-based business or on the internet, and your overhead is extremely low. A lot of those businesses provide getting paid daily and residual income, especially the type of business that I am in right now and that I do highly recommend. But some of you guys are already providing a service type business for some type of company that you could turn that business into your own business. We're going to get into that in a few seconds. The first business that I would highly recommend that you can start, and of course I'm a little biased because I do this business myself, and it has been a true blessing for me and my family. And as you can see on this image, it averages $65,000 to $80,000 the first year. It's a real local home-based business. You get paid daily, and there's always residual income. And I can show you how you can start this business yourself locally in 30 days or less. This is a completely done-for-you business. As you can see here, the business plan done, advertising, phone blueprint, flexible hours, the tools you need. You only need 2 forms to start it. The professional business website we provide, how to get paid, training, A to Z, guys. Nothing is left out. I am always asked how much you can make. Can I really make a living at this? As you can see on this screen, unlimited income. You decide how much you make. Like I said, you get paid daily. You're your own boss. Flexible hours. I really like this one, guys. Earn while you learn, and it works anywhere. Any city, any state, and any country. It is extremely easy. Don't believe the hype is too technical. I'll show you how I keep it simple. Anyone can do this. The average job is 15 to 20 minutes once you get some experience, and no experience is required. You don't have any experience, no problem. My course is super simple. A 12-year-old can do this if they follow the course. If you don't want to start a service and repair business, another easy small business you can start is sell used appliances. As you can see here, you can easily earn $3,000 to $5,000 a month or more. We show you where to find them, cheap or free. Also, our used appliance course, we've created a 15-page sell used appliance website for you to make it even easier. All you have to do is list them on the site. And then the website also has a request form, so the customers send you an email, let you pick them up, usually for free. And you can usually flip used appliances in my area anywhere from $150 to $200 per appliance. Here are some other businesses that you may want to consider: mobile pet grooming, dry cleaning, pickup and delivery, mobile locksmith, pet sitting, and you can read the rest. I do want to make a point about the last one, trash disposal service. We had a guy in our area, and I was one of those people that were having a problem with our local trash disposal companies. They would come late. Some days they wouldn't come at all. They wouldn't pick up certain things. So I know of a guy and his son or brother that started picking up and being on time for the people in our area like myself. And they would knock on the door and just let them know that they could pick up the trash that the companies were leaving behind, and they promised to be on time. And guys, they grew tremendously, 6 months to a year. And they went from a little old pickup with a homemade wagon to new trucks And I guarantee you that company has grown in the last 2 years to probably a 3, 4, or 5 truck company. Anyone can do this, guys. For those of you that are seriously considering the residential appliance repair service or selling used appliances, along with our course, we've also created some programs inside the course that makes it super easy, like this one, Appliance Tech Pro. This program will have you repairing and servicing appliances like a 20 to 30-year pro. For the rest of you guys, I hope I've sparked an interest in what you should be doing or giving you some suggestions on what you should do with your income tax refund. As always, if I can help in any way, let me know. Be blessed and be encouraged.